One celebrity on this list spent more on cars than a luxury penthouse in Dubai. And another went from being broke to driving a Rolls-Royce Phantom. These are South Africa's richest celebrities. And number 3 will blow your mind. Number 9, DJ Black Coffee. He's not just a DJ, he's a global force. A Grammy-winning producer who has headlined stages from Ibiza to Coachella. And yet, even with all the flashing lights, Black Coffee's most extravagant flex doesn't happen on stage. It happens in his garage. Behind the scenes, he's built a fleet of luxury cars that would make even the wealthiest European royals raise an eyebrow. We're talking about machines that don't just move, they make statements. Tucked away in his collection is the legendary Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, that sleek beast with the gull-wing doors, now discontinued, making it a future collector's jackpot. Then there's the Bentley Mulsanne, the kind of car you'd expect to see parked outside a palace, dripping in elegance, hand-stitched leather, and old money energy. But that's just the warm-up. Parked next to it? A Ferrari 488 Pista Spider. Not just a speed demon, but a rare gem in the car world. One whose value is actually going up because of its discontinued parts. Smart money. Then comes the Maserati MC20, a carbon fiber dream that looks like it time-traveled from 2030 and drives like it's chasing jet engines. But of course, no ultra-luxury garage in 2025 is complete without a Lamborghini Urus. And Black Coffee's is worth a staggering 14 million rand. Fast, furious, and unmistakably elite. And for the final touch of British sophistication, he rolls out in an Aston Martin DB9, the same kind James Bond made famous. Because why not? Altogether, his collection is worth around 43 million rand. That's nearly $2.5 million in roaring, hand-built perfection. And what's wild is, he doesn't even show them off. No Instagram photo shoots, no bragging, just quiet power. But here's where it gets crazy. Even with a net worth of $60 million and a fleet that looks like it belongs in a billionaire's compound, Black Coffee isn't the biggest spender on this list. Not even close. So the real question is, who outspent the richest celebrity in Africa? Keep watching, because what you're about to see next will completely flip your expectations. Number 8, Connie Ferguson. She's not just a household name. Connie Ferguson is a television powerhouse, a business mogul, and the definition of South African royalty. But while most people know her for her role in The Queen, what they don't see is the kind of wealth that whispers, not screams. Connie moves like someone who doesn't need to prove anything, and her garage reflects exactly that. Quiet power, timeless taste. Her car collection doesn't just scream luxury, it glides in with understated dominance. At the heart of her fleet is a Rolls-Royce Wraith, a vehicle so smooth, so perfectly crafted, it's often described as the gentleman's spaceship. Then comes the Bentley Continental GT, elegant and aggressive in all the right ways, like a British aristocrat with a hidden temper. And yes, she drives a Lamborghini Urus, that aggressive Italian monster dressed in SUV clothing, built to dominate highways, like a supercar on stilts. But the real stunner? Her Aston Martin Vantage Roadster. With the top down and that V8 engine purring, it's the kind of car that doesn't turn heads, it locks eyes. Her collection adds up to about 33.5 million rand, just shy of Black Coffee's, but with a vibe that's far more refined. And here's the twist. Despite her impressive fleet, her net worth is just $5 million, one of the lowest on this list. Which begs the question, how did she afford all this? Is it smart business, smart debt, or just playing the luxury game like a pro? Whatever the answer, one thing's clear. Connie doesn't chase luxury. It follows her. And yet, even with all that grace and refinement, the next name on this list, she turns her cars into weapons of style and power, and made history with one very loud, very fast first. Number 7, Kanye Mbau. Kanye Mbau doesn't follow trends. She bends them. Known as South Africa's ultimate slay queen, she's bold, controversial, and unapologetically rich. But behind the drama, the headlines, and the gold-plated everything lies a car collection that literally made history. She wasn't just the first South African woman to own a Lamborghini, she was the first celebrity, period. And not just one, she owns 2. That alone would be enough to turn heads. But of course, Kanye doesn't do enough. Her garage opens with a sleek Porsche 911, effortlessly stylish and brutally fast. Then comes her Lamborghini Huracan, a roaring V10 masterpiece built for adrenaline junkies with deep pockets. Next to it, a Lamborghini Urus, the world's fastest SUV, with a price tag just as aggressive as its engine, 13 million rand. But the crown jewel? A Rolls-Royce Wraith, our 15 million worth of handcrafted excellence? It's rumored her model includes a Starlight headliner, customized with her zodiac constellation, because of course it does. Altogether, her fleet is worth an insane 38 million rand. And unlike many celebs, she's not shy about it. Every car she owns is part of a larger statement. I am luxury. And yet, her net worth sits at around 10 million US dollars. Impressive, but still nowhere near black coffee or Mamkaisi. Which raises a fascinating question. Is Kanye outspending her net worth to keep her queen status? Or is this the kind of strategic visibility that builds even more empire? Either way, one thing's certain, she's not done. And coming up next is a man who's just as flashy, but far more tactical with his toys. Number 6. Casper Neovest. Casper Neovest is what happens when raw talent meets surgical branding. He's not just a rapper, he's a walk-in business, a master of reinvention. But when it comes to cars, Casper doesn't just buy, he calculates. His garage is less of a flex and more of a strategy. It's clean, powerful, and purposeful, like a chessboard where every piece is a machine built for impact. At the center of it all, a McLaren GT, not the most expensive McLaren, but one that blends performance with elegance. Lightweight, aerodynamic, and R4.5 million well spent. Then comes the Mercedes Maybach GLS, dripping in luxury, with quilted leather seats and a silence so deep you could hear your future loading. Right next to it is a Mercedes V-Class, understated but essential, the kind of car you use when you're transporting success quietly. And finally, a BMW M2, compact, aggressive, and tuned for pure driving pleasure. His total collection, 11.5 million. Modest compared to others on this list, but here's the twist. Casper has sold cars to buy better ones. He doesn't hold on to status. He evolves with it. With a net worth of around $3 million, he's not the richest name here. But maybe that's why he plays the car game differently. Less show, more substance. And that approach? It just might be smarter in the long run. But coming up next is someone who took beauty, glamour, and horsepower and turned them into one unstoppable personal brand. Number 5. THETA. She's not a rapper. She's not a business mogul. She's not a reality queen. But THETA might just be the most effortlessly luxurious woman on this list. With a relatively quiet public profile, she doesn't chase the spotlight. Yet somehow, she dominates it every time she pulls up. Her car collection isn't loud. It's lethal. The kind of quiet luxury that whispers, I'm 10 steps ahead. First, there's the Porsche 911 convertible. Timeless, elite, and brutally fast. It's the type of car that doesn't shout for attention. It commands it. Then comes the Range Rover Evoque. Her casual drive, if that even exists in her world. Clean lines, British confidence, and pure city chic. But the unexpected twist? She owns a Ferrari California, a car that most influencers post about but rarely own. It's a convertible V8 thoroughbred, and she drives it like it's no big deal. That's the power of true wealth, when it doesn't have to try. In total, her garage sits at around 8 million rand, and her net worth estimated at 2 million US dollars, which means she's invested almost half her fortune in rolling elegance. But here's the real story. She's doing this in a space traditionally dominated by men. Supercars, Ferraris, 911s, all under her name. No handouts, no cosigns, just pure, calculated moves. The question is, what's her next one? Because when a woman this composed starts making noise, you can bet it's only the beginning. Now, if you thought owning one Ferrari as an influencer was wild, wait until you see who's been collecting McLarens and classic BMWs like sneakers and spinning them just for fun. Number 4. Big Zulu. Big Zulu isn't just a rapper, he's a cultural force. A man who blends Zulu tradition with street swagger and turns every appearance into a statement. But what most people don't know, his obsession with cars runs deep. Not just in price, but in soul. His garage is a raw mix of modern supercars and classic muscle. It doesn't feel curated, It feels personal, like each car tells a story from a different chapter in his rise. Front and center is a McLaren 650S, sleek and predatory, worth 3 million rand, a true supercar in every sense. Right beside it, a Range Rover SVR, the V8 monster SUV that roars on command and comforts like royalty. He didn't stop there. He also owns a BMW M3, a weapon on wheels known globally as a drifting icon. That alone would make him a car guy. But Big Zulu? He's deeper than that. He has a Hyundai H1, not glamorous, but practical, maybe a nod to his roots. An Audi RS5, elegant but mean under the hood. And then the wild card, a collection of classic BMW 325, is the legendary Gushishes. Spinning machines, South African icons. Altogether, his collection totals around 9 million rand, with a net worth estimated at 2.5 million pounds. He could have gone all flash, but he didn't. He built a garage that reflects his story, not just his status. Because while some collect cars to show off, Big Zulu collects power, legacy, and nostalgia. And he puts them sideways on the tarmac, spinning tires and silencing doubts. But if you think he's wild, wait till you meet the only woman in South Africa who dares to roll in a Bugatti. Or at least, something dangerously close to it. Number 3, Amanda DuPont. Amanda DuPont is elegance, with a hidden engine roar. Actress, media personality, fashion icon. But behind the designer dresses and red carpet smiles, there's something far more powerful parked in the shadows. A garage that could easily be mistaken for the entrance to a billionaire's private car museum. Her taste is meticulous, her presence refined, but her choice in vehicles, ruthless. At the center of it all sits a McLaren 570S, a supercar so surgically designed, it's been called the scalpel of the streets. It's not just fast, it's pure aggression wrapped in carbon fiber, and Amanda drives it like it's second nature. Then comes the real statement, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, worth a jaw-dropping 14 million rand. It's the most luxurious SUV on earth, and Amanda doesn't just own one, she floats in it. The Cullinan isn't just for comfort, it's for queens who never ask for permission. She also rolls in a Range Rover SVR, the kind of V8 brute you see from a mile away, and a Jaguar F-Pace, understated yet elite. But here's where it gets cinematic. She's been spotted in Monaco. Yes, Monaco. Stepping out of what appears to be a Bugatti Chiron. No one knows if it's hers. No one's confirmed a purchase. But the photos are real. The rumors are real. And the aura is undeniable. With a confirmed collection valued at 22 million rand and a net worth around $2 million, Amanda breaks all the rules. Because based on the math, her car collection makes no sense. Unless you understand influence, unless you understand power moves, Amanda DuPont is playing on a different board. One where visibility is currency and mystery is leverage. And still, she's not the one who flipped the narrative from broke to phantom level royalty. That title belongs to the man sitting at number 2. Number 2, King Monada. If you looked at King Monada a few years ago, you'd never imagine this. Headlines once called him broke. Social media wrote him off. Industry whispers said he was done. But today, he's pulling up in a Rolls-Royce Phantom, windows tinted, engine purring, and silence loud enough to shatter every doubt that's ever been thrown his way. King Monada isn't just a comeback, he's a lesson. A reminder that real kings don't roar, they rev. From Limpopo to luxury, his garage is now one of the most talked about in South Africa. And for good reason. He owns a McLaren 570S, valued at 3.5 million rand. Entry-level supercar? Maybe. But when it's paired with the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, worth 3.2 million rand, you realize this isn't just about speed. It's about presence. Next comes the Ford Ranger Raptor, a R1 million beast made for off-road domination, the kind of toy you buy when you want to flex practical power. Then, of course, the Range Rover SVR, his V8 statement of authority. And finally, the crown jewel, a Rolls-Royce Phantom, R5 million of handcrafted excellence. His total car collection, 15.2 million. And while that may not top the list in numbers, in terms of story, it's unmatched. Because this isn't just a man with expensive cars. It's a man who went from rock bottom to Rolls-Royce and never had to explain how. His estimated net worth sits at around $1 million, which raises one question. How does someone spend 15 million rand on cars with a net worth of only 1? Is it Vision? Leverage? Or the quiet power of a man who knows something we don't? Whatever the answer is, one thing's for sure. King Monada isn't just rich, he's reborn. But now, it's time for the final name on this list. The undisputed queen of luxury, whose car collection makes even Bugatti owners blink twice. Number 1. Mamkhize, Shaun Mkhize. When it comes to South African wealth, power, and unapologetic opulence, there's only one name that sits at the top. Not whispered, not debated, just known. Mamkhize. Shaun Mkhize isn't just rich, she's architectural. She builds wealth, she lives luxury, and she drives like a dynasty. Her car collection isn't just a garage, it's a gallery of what happens when money meets taste and power meets precision. At the center of her fleet is the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, worth 14 million rand, the most luxurious SUV on the planet. It's not transportation, it's a moving fortress of velvet silence and starlit ceilings. And she owns it, like she was born in it. But Mamkhize doesn't stop at comfort, she goes for dominance. Right next to the Cullinan sits a Maybach GLS, valued at 7.5 million rand. Understated from the outside, but inside, it's a VIP lounge on wheels. Then she steps into full beast mode with the Lamborghini Huracan, a R5 million scream of Italian engineering, all fury and flair. And just when you think that's enough, she pulls out a BMW i8, 1.5 million of futuristic design, butterfly doors, and hybrid precision. A nod to innovation, not just wealth. And of course, a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, the celebrity SUV of choice, worth another 4 million rand. In total, her car collection is valued at a mind-blowing 32 million rand. And unlike others, she didn't marry into this. She built it. Her net worth, 20 million US dollars, and growing. What makes Mamkhize different isn't just the money, it's the mentality. She doesn't drive luxury, she commands it. She's the only person on this list who can wear a power suit, a diamond necklace, and floor the gas of a Lamborghini. And all of it looks completely natural. Every car she owns reflects a side of her. The mogul, the mother, the media force, the empire in motion. And just when you think you've seen it all, she replaces one car with another, newer, faster, louder. Because to her, luxury isn't static, it's evolving, just like her. If you had to pick just one garage, whose keys would you take? Drop it in the comments and let us know why. And hey, if you're obsessed with stories of wealth, ambition, and lives that run on horsepower and hustle, make sure to watch this next video. Because this is just the beginning.